The Malaysian Employers Federation has refuted a report by Bank Negara that said real starting salaries for employees have been on a decline from 2010 to 2018. Executive Director Datuk Shamsuddin Bardan points out that the central bank's data, which referred to a survey from MEF, was converted into real terms to include other factors such as inflation as measured by the Consumer Price Index. According to the report by BNM earlier this week, real starting salaries for executive positions saw a compounded annual growth rate decline of 0.7% for graduates with diploma, 0.1% for basic degree holders, 0.3% for those with an honours degree, and 1% for master's degree holders. On the contrary, Shamsuddin says MEF's own survey shows the average starting basic salary for entry level has been gradually increasing across all qualifications, with positive CAGR for diploma holders of 1.6%, basic degree holders 2.3%, those with honours degree 2.0%, and graduates holding a master's degree 1.4%. He adds that the starting basic salary in BNM's report does not include overtime, bonuses and other related payments. The Securities Commission has reprimanded 3 Bursa-listed China-based companies for committing various breaches of securities laws. The red chips are China Stationery, Xinchuan International Sports Holdings and Maxwell International Holdings. CSL was reprimanded for furnishing false or misleading financial statements to Bursa Malaysia. Meanwhile, Xinchuan has allegedly committed a number of securities laws offences. Among others, SC said it also falsely recorded a loss of 415.7 million renminbi from the sale of inventory by its subsidiary. Lastly, the SC reprimanded Maxwell for falsely recording a payment of 45.6 million renminbi by its wholly owned subsidiary and furnishing false or misleading financial statements to Bursa. On top of that, the SC is also of the opinion that the retention of office by 4 of the directors in the companies are prejudicial to public interest and reprimanded several individuals from the company's boards of directors and management. The companies have 30 days to make their appeal. Fugitive businessman Loh Teck Joe has slammed Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamed's regime for freezing his father's 7 bank accounts. Through a spokesman from his legal team, Loh said Putrajaya's latest move demonstrates its persistent strategy of harassment and political persecution against their perceived opponents. The alleged mastermind of the 1MDB fiasco went on to say that the Mahathir regime has ignored the rule of law once again and accused it of seeking to exploit the AG's office and police force to do his personal bidding in a clear abuse of power. This, he added, is yet another example of the Mahathir regime's trial by media and is further evidence that it is simply not possible for Loh to receive a fair trial in Malaysia. The freezing of Tan Sri Larry Loh's accounts comes just days after police seized a 15 million ringgit 3-storey house in Penang owned by Loh's family. The government will review the profiles of 36 new companies that have been granted open-approved permits after receiving complaints that they do not comply with the qualifying requirements. An open AP is an import permit facility given by the International Trade and Industry Ministry to qualified Bumiputra companies to import reconditioned vehicles for sale in the domestic market. Deputy MITI Minister Dr. Ong Kian Ming says the complainants allege that the new companies do not comply with conditions such as having the financing capability or enough experience in sale and distribution of vehicles. Another grouse was that some companies are planning to sell the AP to third parties. As such, Ong says MITI will review these firms' profiles. A probe will also be conducted via staged audits of existing companies to ensure that they comply with conditions as an open AP company under the new policy. Since January, the government has granted 36 new companies with open APs and renewed the permits of 128 existing AP holders. BBCC Development, the project owner of the multi-billion ringgit Bukit Bintang City Centre, has disputed a claim of late payment made by Zealand's subsidiary Zealand Construction. Zealand is the main contractor for the construction of the sales gallery and show units at the BBCC project site, which has been in operation since March 2017. The company said yesterday that it would be claiming for a principal amount of 3.34 million ringgit, as well as late payment interest and costs from BBCC Development due to outstanding payment on construction works. In response, BBCC Development says Zealand has no legal basis for its claim and that it will contest any proceedings brought. This is because Zealand had failed to complete the works on time and that under the contract, BBCC Development is entitled to deduct or set off monies due in respect of liquidated damages for the delay, payment made on behalf of Zealand, and payment for works carried out by third parties due to Zealand's failure to meet the deadline. BBCC Development is a joint venture between EcoWorld Development Group, Ura Holdings and the Employees Provident Fund.